Hi, cities. How are you doing? Welcome to Simnaya. Hope you are great. So, seeing video of a woman saying that a white Russian woman called her the word, and a butler, called her the word. You know something that I am praying for. I am praying that one day a crazy one will actually say that word at the right place. Yes, at the right place, where there are black men, black women, and you open your mouth and say the word, your life will get better. I promise you. I promise you. You want to be racist, your days will absolutely be filled with so much joy and laughter. Yeah. You know, the truth is that our black people do not go to sleep thinking of them, but they go to sleep thinking of black people. I have never seen a group chat of white people that leaked and you are not seeing racist things. That is to tell you how they are. Several chats. Only thing you are seeing is how they do not like my own people. That is how bad it is. Black people, they were saying, so you people don't think, no, black people don't talk about you in the group chat because you cannot help them do anything. There is nothing you can do for them. Why would they talk about you? Would you give them good life? Let's get into this video.
So I was called the N-word by a Ukrainian bottle girl. Yes. And this is even funnier because for context, I'm Canadian, which means my tax dollars are going to aid her home country. I would think a little gratitude would be in order, not a racial slur, but here we are. I saw a post that said, wicked people are banking on you being the bigger person. And to that I say, Diana, who works at Mr. C in downtown Toronto, this one is for you, love. Now, you're probably wondering how I even ended up in this situation. And of course, it's because I did what Vogue called an embarrassing thing, which was have a boyfriend. And it was a new relationship, and he was treating me very, very well. But my intuition just sensed that something was off. And this led to the discovery that not only is he a habitual liar who was lying in my relationship, he has also done this before in a previous relationship, which ended up being well documented on the internet. And the person that he cheated on in that previous relationship is the protagonist of our story here today. Yes, the girl who called me the N-word is my now ex-boyfriend's ex-girlfriend. Now, I won't tell the entire story because that would take way too long for one video. What ended up happening is we all ended up in the same place at the same time, and Diana says two things that are very interesting. The first thing that she says is, well, you're not really his type, and then laughs. I know a microaggression when I see one. And I asked her if she wanted to elaborate. She did not. Now, the second thing is they proceed upstairs to have some sort of conversation. I hear a little bit of arguing going on, and I'm nosy. So I go to stand at the bottom of the stairs because I want to hear what's being said. And that's when I hear her say, not once, not twice, but at least 4 or 5 times, she says, get that N-word out of the house. With the hard ER. Do you know how insane it is to be called the N-word in broken English? Like, of all the words in the English language that you have learned, like, this is the word that you choose to employ. Crazy. The second crazy thing was the lack of response from my supposed boyfriend. He said nothing. Nothing to defend me, nothing to stop her from calling me that slur. He didn't even seem surprised that she was saying it, which leads me to one of two conclusions, which is either one, she has said this to him before, or two, they both say it and are comfortable saying it. And I could go into how upsetting and hurtful it was. It was very upsetting. I've never been called the N-word with the hard ER before. But I want to talk about this in the context of what I teach and what I do for a living, which is sales. I teach sales the same way to everybody. But what I cannot account for, what I cannot skew for, is the fact that your lived experience as a person of color, and specifically as a woman of color, will be completely different than someone that's not. You will just not walk through your sales career the same way as someone else. There will be people that don't want to work with you because you're black or because you're a woman, etc., etc. And so to the women of color, specifically black women that are in my industry or in other industries, especially where people don't look like you, I want to say that I hear you and I see you because I also have the same lived experience. And I want to tell you that anyone in this current political climate that's telling you that racism no longer exists and DEI is not necessary and we should all just get over it is lying to you, and they are lying to themselves. Racism is very present. It's not something reserved for older people. It can sometimes come out of the mouth of a 20-something bottle girl in Toronto. Now, to Diana, I would say that I wish you the best. Today is 11/11, which is my birthday. I'm a Scorpio, and we do not wish the best for people that practice racism. So I can't say that. But what I will say is you have inspired me to continue to build a pathway and ensure the success for more Black women to come through my field and other fields. We will continue to thrive, even in the face of your prejudice and hatred. I hope everyone has the day they deserve.
White people are obsessed with Black people, which is why racists exist. Because in order to be racist, you need to wake up every day and just continuously think about why you don't like a person or a group of people based on the color of their skin. In response to my video about the Young Republican group chat in which they joked about racism, anti-Semitism, gas chambers, I got several responses like this saying, "You're acting like Black people don't talk about white people the same way we talk about you in your group chats." Black people do not think about white people at all. And I know that's probably hard for you guys to comprehend because you think about us so much. Our lives do not revolve around what white people are doing, what white people are saying. We do not talk about you guys when you're not in the room. We don't talk about you even when you are in the room unless you do something. Half of the commentary you see from Black people, including myself, that is online, comes in response to you guys doing or saying some crazy shit. And in reality, the only thing that Black people want is to be left alone by white people. But you guys won't leave us alone because you think about us all the time. And if you don't believe me, maybe you'll believe someone who looks like you.
Black people want to be left alone. They don't want revenge. They don't want to replace us, as some extremist groups have said. They just want to live life in peace, the way they want to live. They want family, they want love, and they want to live in a society where they know they belong here. They want society to also know that they belong here.
That's not culturally a thing that we do, but apparently it's something you do, so you think that we're sitting around pondering about what you're doing. This goes back to why white women think that they're the managers of the world, so they can come question Black people and what they're doing. You can stalk us outside. You can have all these thinks and thought pieces about how we exist, and it's like I've never really understood it, but it's because you guys are infatuated with the idea of, one, us being free citizens to think, vote, have jobs, and make money. Two, we're not subjugated by you literally like we used to be. Three, it's like a weird obsession where you want to be liked by us and you want us to think that you're cool. And four, a combination of all the above. But sorry, to answer your question, no, we do not have group chats where we sit around talking about white people. I hope that helps you on this beautiful Sunday. Stay blessed.
Is a hierarchy. Black people are on the bottom. That puts everybody who is not Black above Black people. So when non-Black people say the N-word, and especially when they say it in the presence of a Black person who they don't know, or they know for a fact do not appreciate or want non-Black people saying the N-word, they're doing it as a form of dominance. Racial dominance, racist dominance. They're trying to show that Black person, I can do whatever I want, and you can't do anything about it. That isn't going to get you excluded, shunned, or worse. It's a way to remind Black people that we don't own anything, not even our own trauma and the way we heal from that.
Y'all want to hear about this time a white man called me the N-word in Plymouth, Minnesota? So me and my husband had just left church and we was going to Cub Foods to get some groceries to eat brunch. So we in a parking lot trying to find a spot. We see when we try to get into it, but I guess this man is trying to back into it. So we're trying to get in, he's trying to back in, and neither one of us are moving. So we looking at him and he looking at us. He looking at us, me looking at him. And he starts to yell out of his window like, hey, this is my spot. Like, y'all need to get out of my spot. And we looking at him like, this is our spot. We're not gonna get out of the spot. You get out of the spot. Baby, that white man get out of his car. He's like, you niggers. You. Mind you, me and Pat are in the car. Me and Pat are in the car looking at him like, just like mouth ajar. Because is this white man really getting out of his car calling us the N-word because of a parking spot? What? So his wife gets out of the car and they try to get him back in the car. She's like, get back in the car, get back in the car. And he said, you this, da da da. And me and Pat are just looking at him like, So eventually she gets him back in the car. They drive off and Pat and I get into our parking spot. Yeah. Have you ever been called the N-word before? Like, what did you do? Like, I want to know the response is going to make the person the angriest they've ever been. So I feel like not responding would like rile them up. I like that response. But like, what do you think would make them even madder? Like, what can we do to really take it there? To really make their blood?
If black people didn't use the N-word, do you think everybody else would still want to use it? And for you non-blacks who do use the N-word, in the words of Cardi B, what was the reason? Like, why do non-black people want to say the N-word so bad? Like, I truly and honestly do not understand. And then black people, just sit and think about this. Hear me out. Is that word really worth losing, like, your freedom and or worse, your life? Because in regards to that whole, I think his name is Mexican OT Genesis. I don't know. That interview with the Mexican rapper who says he used the N-word and whatnot. And I seen a whole bunch of comments and people saying like, oh, he wouldn't do that in front of me. I would have did this. I would have did that. Like, is it really worth it? I would just say like a racial slur for them back and then just go about my business. Like one time I was on the Monkey app and it was a group of Hispanics. And they randomly called me the N-word. Like, y'all, if you've been on the Monkey app, you know how them people be doing. And you know what I did in return? I told them that the abuelita was going to get deported. And I probably let a couple of WBs fly out. And then they lost their mind and skipped me. Like, it's only right. An eye for an eye. A tooth for a tooth. We ain't turning the other cheek. But no, seriously, like, why is it so important for you non-blacks to be able to say the N-word? I wanted to use the N-word. Like, I truly and honestly don't understand. I don't get it. But again, everything in life is not for me to understand and get. So I do need people to remember, though, for every action there is a reaction, and everybody don't react to things the same way.
Y'all want my honest truth? I don't think none of y'all should be saying it. Anybody who is not Black American should not be saying the N-word. Okay, now, a lot of you are going to get upset with me because you're like, well, no, I'm Black. I could say it. You might be African, okay? But your parents didn't grow up being called the N-word. I feel some type of way. You know, like when somebody say the word and you're just like, it don't even sound right coming out of your mouth. That's how I feel when Africans say it. Just because you are the color Black does not mean that you get to say the word. Okay, I know Hispanics that grew up in the hood. They from the hood. All they know is NIGGA. That's all they know. They have more respect to say it, in my opinion, than the Africans who grew up, you know, whose parents grew up in Africa and immigrated over here. Now, I know I'm gonna receive a lot of hate for that, but that's just how I feel, especially working with a lot of Black and brown youth. So, needless to say, don't act like, as far as the whole Vela CEO controversy, don't act like you ain't never wanted to say it. Don't act like you've never said it in a song, as a joke, because you were mad, even thought of it. Okay, because Black culture is so prominent. Street culture, hip hop, trap, rap, all of that is Black culture. So if you like Black culture, I find it really hard to believe that you've never said it or wanted to say it, because those are basically wanting to say it without saying it. Okay, fine, you got me there. But I know you say it. I know you say it. Don't lie. Now, this is always a topic of conversation when my family and I have like get-togethers. It's who can say it, who should be allowed to say it, should we even be saying it? Black Americans, should Black Americans even be saying it? Now, I'm not going to tell you what I used to think because y'all really going to cancel me. But I will say now that it's really a case-by-case basis. You know, you either have the black card or you don't. And if you have it, that means you have to get it from a new black person every time you want to use it. Okay, the fact that you want to use it means you shouldn't even be using it. Okay, if you use it, you grew up using it, you know, I can't say nothing to you. But if you were like, oh, can I say it around her, or can I? No, if you have to ask, no. But we've all done dumb stuff. So why are you holding this over her head? Aren't we, as Muslims, supposed to give people 70 excuses? Are we not supposed to be doing that? So where's the 70 excuses? After she already apologized bad? Multiple times? Like, come on now. Give the girl a break. So, like I said, none of y'all should be saying it. I heard somebody on here talking about, oh, Somalis and Sudanese. It's not even about y'all. It's not about y'all. It's about Black Americans, not Africans. Africans shouldn't even be saying the word, in my opinion. Again, I don't care if y'all hate me for it, but you didn't grow up with that, okay? Maybe somebody called you that in preschool, but I'm saying your ancestors didn't slave over this land. You're not even from here. This will continue the Black African debate, but Africans don't even want to claim us anyway. So now all of a sudden y'all want to jump on the bandwagon like, oh yeah, she said this, I can't get with her. You shouldn't be saying it either. And that's me standing on business, because like I said, a lot of y'all gonna hate me for it, but that's just how I feel. Y'all want to be black so bad until it's really time to prove for you to be black. Then y'all want to be like, oh yeah, I'm not black, I'm African. No, okay, fine, be that then. Then don't say the word ever again. Don't say it. Because y'all, when it really comes down to it, y'all really don't want to be black until it's time to say the N-word. Then you like, oh yeah, I could say it. Meanwhile, don't even sound right coming out of your mouth. If you're not black and you didn't grow up in the hood saying it, and you don't have approval by multiple people like allowing you to say the word, don't say it. Don't say it. I get flack from my family for saying it. Don't say that word.
This is all I got from this video. And let me tell you something. One thing I know for sure is that some people will always say some certain things where they will not get their judgment immediately. You know, sometimes I love to dare people, because some people are very, very daring, you know? Why do you keep saying that word where you are, like, say it where you are supposed to say, like, go to like some black community and see some black men or black women and tell them the word? Because some people are really very stupid. The fact that, okay, a butler, you know, but I do not have it to see. The fact that as she opened her mouth to call a black woman that tells you what, like, what? Sometimes there are some things I see and I ask myself, do people intentionally in 2025 just want to make you unhappy or make you feel less of yourself? Yeah, I think that is make you feel less of yourself, because I feel like why majority of them do this is to make you feel less of yourself. Like, I can subjugate you to anything, or I can tell you that word is not meant for you, madam. That word is not for you. You have no right to say it. Why do you people, why, like, you know, like ADV said, black people do not go to sleep thinking of you. Black people do not talk about you in group chat. Like, why will I be talking about you in group chats? But each time white people's group chat leak, what do you see? You see them saying some racist thing, saying the N-word and other things. I have never, ever seen a black group chat that leaked, that you started saying nonsense. No, it doesn't happen. That is to tell you that my people do not, even for a second, think of you. Like, why am I thinking of you? Are you going to give me money? Or are you going to give me good life? Or you're going to give me good health? Why will I be talking, who are you that I will be talking about you? It's really quite unfortunate that you all wake up every day and you want to be in black business, because that is what I call it. One day you will say that word where you are not supposed to say it, and your body will tell you. And you know, when your body tells you, you will understand. I have seen some people in the hospital. Yeah, some people ended up in the hospital because of what they said, something that they could have controlled their mouth. So one day I pray that the universe causes you to say it at the right place, actually, to say it at the right place. I will draw the card in here. Bye for now.